Your boy got so many compliments this week, so stay tuned to find out which fragrance got those compliments. Hey, what's good guys? Hunter here and welcome back to the channel where I upload weekly fragrance content. So you already know the drill. Hit that subscribe button you see down below so you don't miss any future videos like this. And be sure to check me out over on my Instagram page for some more personal content and some behind the scenes stuff as well. But guys, the week is finally over. So you already know it is weekly fragrance rotation time, guys. And I hope everybody watching this is having a good Sunday. Of course, I am drinking some coffee, chilling out, and obviously smelling good. However, if you are new to the series, which you probably aren't since I've been doing it for years now, we basically just run down what fragrance I'm wearing each day, how many sprays I did with that fragrance to kind of weather outside, and of course, if that fragrance got any attention or not. So how about we waste no more time and get right into Sunday. Sunday was in the low 60s and sunny outside, and I pulled out one of my favorite designer releases of 2025, and it is Mugler's Amen Stellar, guys. Mugler is back with the Amen line, especially this new flanker Stellar is incredible, especially if you like those kind of pistachio coffee-based fragrances. It kind of gives off like you're drinking a pistachio latte. Very, very good gourmand, guys. That is so delicious. Also extremely unique, especially for a designer and for men. There's nothing quite like this. Which I will also be uploading my favorite designer releases so far midway through 2025, a ranked video, and you'll see where this one pops up at. However, on Sunday, I did do 6 sprays with Amen Stellar. The performance is pretty good for what it is. Also got no compliments with this particular fragrance. Don't recall doing that much on Sunday. However, I already know I was smelling good and basically complimented myself all day. But that's what I wore for Sunday is the brand new Mugler Amen Stellar. Definitely worth checking out. Monday was in the mid 70s, but it was sunny outside, so it's starting to finally warm up where I'm at, which I cannot wait for. I'm so excited for the hot weather. But I did go with a new fragrance in the collection. This one is Cutledge Curris Blue Spice, which actually is inspired by Louis Vuitton's Imagination, and it's a very affordable Imagination inspired by fragrance, no doubt. So I think you can get this for around like 30 bucks. So if you want Imagination for 30 bucks, this is a good option. However, it's not going to be the highest of qualities, of course, but you kind of expect that at that price tag. But if you just want to smell very similar to Imagination, you don't really care about quality, etc., then I think this might be a good option for you. It is a little bit on the synthetic side, a little bit chemically in the dry down especially, but I would say probably about 80 to 85% similar to Imagination. Of course, you're gonna get that kind of citron, citrusy opening from Imagination mixed together with that green tea note, some ginger, some ambroxan thrown in there as well, and also of course that bitter neroli, which is dominant in this DNA. Also went with 10 sprays of Blue Spice. The performance was somewhat decent. It wasn't like a beast mode performer, but it wasn't something that only lasted like 3 hours either, so it will get you through the majority of the day. It's not on par with Imagination's longevity, unfortunately, but still, if you just, like I said, want to smell like Imagination, you don't want to spend $400 on a bottle, this one is a decent option to go with. So that's why I chose to wear it on Monday. Tuesday was in the low 80s and also sunny outside, and I put out a brand new designer in my collection that just came out, guys, and it's one of the best releases hands down of 2025, and it's going to shock you, and it is Calvin Klein's Eternity Amber Essence, guys. Whoa. So Calvin Klein actually came out with an absolute banger, guys. This is a hit for sure that unfortunately will probably go under the radar. So if you're watching me, guys, you're gonna know about this and be one of the best smelling dudes with it that nobody else is talking about, because with this you get this kind of bright fruity mandarin, starts to dry down to this warm resinous amber note, and then a base of like this vanilla and benzoin, which is just a killer DNA, guys. It is gonna be in the same realm as Grand Soir. Definitely could tell some inspirations from that. It's not identical at all, guys. Two completely fragrances, but still in the same genre. So I would say if you like Grand Soir, you'll love Amber Essence for sure. And for the price, guys, these are already, I think, popping up at TJ Maxx's. If you see my vlog, these were actually in the case. And somebody commented on my review of this and said, I believe he got a 50 ml for $30 of the brand new Calvin Klein at TJ's, guys. But I'm telling you guys, Calvin Klein might make it out of the rack stores with this release. Also on the day, I did do 10 sprays of Amber Essence, my usual go-to spray routine with it, guys. And this stuff is a beast. You'll probably know it's a beast if you watch my full review of it that I just recently dropped as well. However, I did get 5 compliments with Amber Essence on Tuesday. One of my most complimented fragrances in one day, guys. This stuff is a compliment magnet. The first came from a coworker. She told me that something smells really good. She said it kind of smells like a candle and your cologne mixed together, which I can totally see. Then I had another coworker tell me that whatever I'm wearing today smells really good. Then asked me what it was. I told her it was a new Eternity fragrance. She's like, well, I haven't heard about Eternity in a long time, because of course Eternity's been around for so long. Then I had yet again another coworker. You might remember her because she's the one that said something about vanilla powder, saying that fragrance was too strong. She also kind of said the same thing about this. She said that it doesn't smell bad, but it is a little too strong, which is kind of odd because this fragrance is of course a beast mode fragrance. However, I had another coworker tell me that I smell Hunter, he smells good, but it is a little bit subtle. And I think when she meant by subtle is the scent profile being like a warm ambery fragrance. It's not like piercing or anything like that. And she was telling me that she smells Hunter like walking up to me, like probably like 6 feet away already. And I was just standing still. So I wasn't even like moving around with the wind or anything with the sillage behind me. Just standing still. The projection is so heavy, guys. But it does have this kind of warm, subtle smell to it. And then later on in the evening when I got home, guys, my lady even told me that I smell sexy. So if you're looking for compliments, you want to smell extremely sexy and seductive, the brand new Eternity Amber Essence is going to do that for you. Go ahead and check out my full review of Amber Essence if you haven't already, because this is something I highly recommend you guys checking out. That's what I wore for Tuesday, is this brand new release. Wednesday was in the mid 80s and sunny, probably the hottest day of the week, and I reached for a citrus fragrance that I haven't put out in a little bit, and it is Tumi's Dust, which is actually the newest Tumi fragrance in their lineup. This is going to be a great kind of unique citrusy fragrance, a little bit peppery in there. Get this beautiful like bergamot lemon opening, very juicy, some black pepper, and smells unlike any citrus fragrance that I have in my personal collection. So it is a little bit unique in that aspect. It's also made my top 10 summer designer fragrances that I'm wearing in 2025. So it is actually very good. And on Wednesday, that reminded me on how good this fragrance actually is. I did of course do my usual 10 spray routine with Tumi Dust. The performance is excellent for a citrus. It is an extrait de parfum, of course, being in this bottle, just like 19 Degree, which is probably my favorite Tumi hands down. But this one is absolutely in the top 5 from Tumi, and I own every single fragrance from them. Also got no compliments from a Tumi Dust, but man, I was smelling great all day long, like a citrus joy. So that's what I wore for the hottest day of the week on Wednesday, is Tumi's Dust. Thursday was in the high 70s and cloudy, and I went with my favorite Clubbed in a Week, guys, and it is Clubbed in a Week Precious One. This is by far the superior fragrance in the family, guys, and also the fruitiest. This is by far like the fruitiest, sweetest Clubbed in a Wheat. Of course, it is going to be inspired by like Absolute Aventus, and Aventus has that beautiful pineapple opening, but you also do get this kind of sweet caramel note mixed together with a pineapple in the opening of Precious One. And by the way, this smells of the highest quality Clubbed in Wheat there is, because of course, like the original Clubbed in Wheat smells kind of like a chemical cleaner. Very piercing, very harsh, a little bit edgy. This one's well-rounded, smooth, and just so high quality for a Armaf fragrance. But it is, of course, one of the most priciest fragrances from Armaf. I think this bottle is around like $50 rather than like 20 or 30 of the other Clubbed in Wheats. However, on that day, I also did 10 sprays of this beast. This is very, very strong. Also, one of the strongest in the Clubbed in Wheat line. I know even the original EDT is a beast mode fragrance, one of my most complimented fragrances as well. This one's on par with that strong fragrance, guys. It's very potent, of course. I did get a compliment from my coworker with this one, guys. As I was kind of walking outside of the door, there was a girl behind me, like probably 12 feet behind me. She's like, Hunter, I like your smell today. And I was kind of like, oh yeah, you like this one, huh? Which, yeah, this is by far going to be one of the most crowd pleasing, compliment getting fragrances there is, guys. This DNA you really can't go wrong with. Of course, that Aventus DNA is tried and true, so that's what I had to wear for Thursday, which I'm gonna have to review this very soon because I don't know why I haven't already. Friday was in the mid 70s and cloudy outside, and I don't know what I was thinking, guys, because I pulled out the dark beast from Louis, and it is the Louis Vuitton's Ombre Nomad, guys. I have not reached for this fragrance in a little bit, man. Have I missed it? Dark, fruity raspberry, of course, this earthy, slightly barnyardy oud in the base of it. A little bit like the spicy saffron, and just the dark horse from Louis Vuitton, guys. One of my favorites as well by far. I own 16 Louis, which I need to rank all my Louis Vuittons like ASAP. I don't know why I haven't done that either. Definitely need to get that going because Ombre Nomad would be close to the top of that list. I don't know why on Friday I kind of just missed my darker fragrances, so I had to reach for this one. I think I just ran some errands, got a little bit of stuff done. It was still in the mid 70s and cloudy outside, so it wasn't like blistering like hot like 80s or 90s. So still kind of worked in that environment a little bit. Just a very high quality fruity oud fragrance. I did go 6 sprays of Ombre Nomad. As we know, you don't even need anywhere near 6 sprays of this beast. It's one of the strongest Louis Vuitton fragrances in their entire lineup, hands down. If I would have done like my usual 10, forget about it. Didn't get any compliments on that day though. Like I said, just kind of ran errands, got some stuff done, etc. But man, I was just in the mood for a dark fragrance, and that definitely scratched the itch for me. So that's what I had to wear for Friday is Ombre Nomad. Wrapping the week off on Saturday, it was also in the mid 70s, but it was kind of sunny outside, and I pulled out a brand new fragrance from Supers that I got personally in my collection, and it is Tenerife. Now this is a fragrance that I've been wanting for quite some time from Supers because I heard so many good things about it. It's right on my alley, guys. And wow, it's definitely one of the best in their lineup now, guys. It's gonna be this kind of fruity, ambery, signature scent worthy fragrance, extremely versatile. It is gonna be in the same realm as like Bond No. 9's Lafayette Street, Joe Milano's Game of Spades wild card you guys all know about. Like that fruity apple note in the opening is what I kind of get. This one might be a little bit more citrusy, a little bit more bright and more summer focused rather than like Lafayette Street, but still extremely versatile with great performance. Of course, you kind of expect that from Supers. And if you haven't tried Supers yet, guys, what are you doing? They have so many bangers. You can, of course, use code HUNTER10 to save some money as well. I highly recommend checking out a bunch from Supers, guys. And Tenerife is absolutely one of them now. I'll be wearing this so much during the hot weather. I did only go 6 sprays of Tenerife. Of course, these atomizers are incredible. One of the best pressurized atomizers in the game. So like 1 spray of this is equivalent to like 2 or 3 from a regular atomizer. So you could have even said with the 6 sprays, it probably was closer to like 10. But yeah, first time wearing it, really kind of get a feel of the fragrance, enjoying it, seeing how it develops, and wow, I'm impressed. So if you do like Bond No. 9's Lafayette Street or even Joe Milano's Wild Card, you're gonna absolutely love Tenerife. Especially if you want maybe a fresher take on both of those. So that's what I wore to wrap off the week on Saturday is Supers Budapest Tenerife. Highly recommend checking this banger out. But guys, that's gonna do it for my weekly fragrance rotation. Per usual, leave a comment down below the fragrance you guys have been reaching for. So I love seeing what you guys are smelling like as well. So besides that, leave a like on the video, subscribe below if you haven't already, because why haven't you? And of course, I'll see all of you back here in my next upload. Take care, everybody.